Episode 41. Blue River returned to the attack, seething with frustration. He was determined to prove himself by unleashing a wave slash the next time Frost Scion used its ultimate, but he cursed himself for having just claimed he hadn't learned the skill. How could he suddenly use it now? How would I explain that? I must have picked it up somewhere and just didn't notice.
Shit.
It was so clumsy. Blue River felt his face flush just thinking about it. After Frost Scion went berserk, its greatest threat was neutralized by Lord Grimm's display of supreme confidence. With no new tricks left, it finally fell under the 5 players' relentless, violent assault. Equipment dropped, but Blue River and the others didn't even glance at it. As one, their eyes snapped to the system message window. Congratulations to Blue River, Thunder Lightning, Lord Grimm, Cloud Return, and Moonlit Beauty of Blue Brook Pavilion for breaking the Frost Forest dungeon clear record with a time of 20 minutes, 24 seconds, and 11 milliseconds. Blue River and his team had experienced the entire dungeon run firsthand. The moment they cleared the first wave of mobs, they knew that as long as they didn't mess up, breaking the record was a sure thing. They shouldn't have been surprised by the result, but the sheer magnitude of the record-breaking gap still sent a surge of excitement through all 4 of them. The previous record was Herb Garden's 26 minutes, 12 seconds, and 48 milliseconds, and they just shattered it by over 5 minutes in one go. Records don't get shattered by leaps and bounds like that. As veterans like Blue River knew, getting cycled through 10 or even 20 times was nothing. Each improvement was usually measured in seconds, not minutes. For veterans like Blue River, a simple, straightforward 5-minute boost was just downright unreasonable. In stark contrast, the other players were utterly stunned when they saw the system message. Tianqi and the others, having already hit level 20, completed their class change, and left the beginner village, had recruited another player here in Frost Forest, and were now getting their asses handed to them inside the dungeon. They hadn't even made it halfway through the dungeon yet. Seeing this message pop up, Tianqi and the others froze. Chen Yu, who'd just joined their party, was the first to shout out,
"Look, it's the god! He's on TV!"
The newbies picking up the lingo fast. On TV already, huh?
Yeah.
Tianqi and the others answered glumly, a bitter taste in their mouths. Blue Brook Pavilion. Of course they knew it was one of the 3 great guilds of glory. Only a top-tier guild like that was worthy of a master like him. As for them, second-rate players from a second-rate guild, they should be grateful that the expert even let them share the spotlight twice. The 3 of them were wallowing in their melancholy, while over there, Chen Yu was still muttering to himself.
Frost Forest. Isn't that the dungeon we're fighting right now?
Right.
20 minutes. We've been fighting for 20 minutes now. How far along are we?
Halfway.
Tianqi was depressed. See, this was the toxic side effect of getting to know an expert like Brother Ye. When you compared the two, their results weren't even on the same plane of existence. It could make you start doubting the game's developers. That was a serious problem. Their 5th party member was a cleric named Ye Weiyang, who had been focused on healing and hadn't said much. Suddenly, he cut into the conversation.
So, your first clear, you got it mainly because of that guy?
Tianqi was taken aback. The 3 of them had indeed been on the system announcements before. For instance, when Chen Yu joined the team, he had practically worshipped them all. This put immense pressure on Tianqi whenever they recruited new members. What if the next one, like Chen Yu, sees our 3 names, thinks he's joining a god-tier squad, but then finds out Brother Expert isn't here? How are we supposed to live up to that hype? That would be awkward. After the cleric named Ye Weiyang joined the party, he didn't make any of those grand pronouncements. He just exchanged some ordinary pleasantries and then focused on coordinating during the fights. Tianqi and the others thought he hadn't noticed. As members of the first clear team, they felt a small pang of disappointment, but also a sliver of relief. Little did they know, this guy suddenly chimed in. He'd noticed their identities long ago and had been following their team. 20 minutes in, they were only halfway through Frost Forest, while Lord Grimm's crew had already shattered the record and made the global announcement. It's a stark contrast. It shows that Lord Grimm is the real deal in that first clear team, while the rest are just dead weight. The awkward moment they'd been dreading had finally arrived. Tianqi and the other 2 could only sigh in resignation.
Yeah, all thanks to that guy.
No wonder. I've been running this dungeon with you for 20 minutes, and I couldn't see any sign of you being pros.
You're being a bit too blunt, aren't you?
His blunt honesty only made things more awkward. leaving Tianqi and the others thoroughly annoyed.
All right. Now, listen to my orders.
Yi Weiyang suddenly became very active.
Why?
I am Ye Weiyang, a top player from Tyrannical Ambition. I've been holding back my opinion to see what you're made of. Let me tell you, I've had enough. What kind of a mess have you been commanding? I'll take over.
Heh.
The former commander, Tianqi, was utterly exasperated. What kind of person was this? Who goes around calling themselves a master? Now that's a real expert. He lets his actions do the talking.
No need.
Tianqi wasn't the least bit intimidated by the formidable reputation of Tyrannical Ambition.
Come on, man, don't do this. Let's just finish the dungeon. I've got stuff to do. All right, I'll do it, please. I'm begging you.
Fine. You do it. You do it.
Tianqi was speechless. What kind of master was this? It really shatters your image of what a master is supposed to be.
All right, listen up and follow my lead.
In the blink of an eye, Ye Weiyang had swapped his gear. He now held a silver cross pendant, its brilliant sheen marking it as anything but ordinary.
Damn, he's been putting on an act this whole time.
Tianqi and the others finally realized Ye Weiyang was not only directing the fight, but also sending messages to the guild.
We misjudged. In that first clear team, Lord Grimm was the only real expert. The rest were all fakes. Too late for that. Lord Grimm's already been snatched up by Bluebrook Guild. They shaved 5 minutes off the record. It's terrifying. It's definitely because of him. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm in the middle of a damn dungeon run with those knockoff experts.
At the same time, after the dungeon clear record was broken, the original record holders from Herb Garden were also thrown into an uproar.
20 minutes, 24 seconds, 11 milliseconds. Damn, that's insane. Blue River doesn't have that kind of skill.
Cheik Qianzi, the leader of Herb Garden's dungeon opening team and the expert who'd previously led the record-breaking run, was holding forth. Is it that Lord Grimm?
It's definitely this guy joining that boosted their strength.
The team's expert, Pan Dahai, said.
I'll go talk to Blue River.
As he spoke, Poplar sent a message to Blue River. As top-tier experts from the 3 major guilds, they had known each other since the Heavenly Domain and were already on each other's friends list.
Hey, that's not fair. You guys brought in a real powerhouse.
Poplar sent a message to Blue River. Ha ha ha! Do you submit? Convinced yet?
20 minutes, 24 seconds, and 11 milliseconds. Think you can beat that at level 25?
Blue River felt a swell of pride. Sure, he'd been a bit of a punching bag in front of that expert, but aside from that, he was riding high.
Sweet.